You're watching the MWHS Wildcat News, the official news source of Millard West, with Cole Filer and Madeline Augustine.
On this week's edition, we'll cover
the new turf field,
the unified play,
Millard West Swing Night,
a feature on an up-and-coming artist,
and axe throwing.
Welcome back. I'm Cole Filer.
And I'm Madeline Augustine. Two big projects are currently being completed in the Millard West athletic facilities. Edison Geiler and I bring you more details.
Millard West is in the process of constructing two new additions to its athletic facilities. These projects include a new turf field and a brand new press box for the softball field. Construction for the turf field was supposed to be completed October last year, but was pushed back because of inclement weather during the winter. The total cost of construction was $900,000, but West was able to raise funds through a multitude of sources.
We had quite a few actually. We started off with sending the campaign out to our booster clubs to begin with, and so several parents, booster clubs got together, helped with the campaign, and then it extended into, we had a lot of local businesses that wanted to help as well, and so then we certainly had a lot of parents come in, they wanted to contribute to this as well, and then finally the Millard Public Schools Foundation helped us finish it off.
For multiple seasons now, spring sports have had to play on an inadequate surface of dirt and sand instead of a polished grass field. The long-awaited new turf field will provide multiple sports teams, including soccer, lacrosse, football, rugby, and marching band, with an additional area to practice on and host games throughout their season.
So the field will benefit us because we'll have a field to go to after school every day, and it will be a safe environment to play on because in past years we've had a bad field and it would flood.
The turf is fully expected to be completed within the next week, but as one construction project is in its final stages, another is just beginning. The structure of the new press box has been constructed adjacent to the softball team's home dugout. The district initiated and funded the project for the new press box, along with lights and refurbished dugouts for the field.
Well, it finishes off the field, and we'll be able to get a view from the top, so to speak, and be able to see things and film from there and do different things. It'll benefit us greatly. And it finishes, like I said, it finishes the facility.
Returning players are also excited about the updates to their facility and being able to use them for the 2019 fall season.
I think it kind of gives you a little bit of motivation because we've never had one before. It's usually just someone kind of like sitting on the table and like announcing, but it's kind of gives us motivation for like walk-up songs if we get to do that.
Construction on the press box is supposed to be completed by mid-July. Both campus updates will benefit Millard West student athletes greatly for years to come. This has been Eddie Geiler and Madeline Augustine with the MWHS Wildcat News.
Tuesday, May 14th, the Millard West Drama Department put on the unified play. Gabe Paredes and Caitlin Willard shine a light on the topic.
This Tuesday on May 14th, the Drama 2 class got together with the ACP students to take part in the second annual edition of a unified play. The process of making this play a reality started earlier this year, when director Brooke Phillips started looking for plays to accommodate such a big class with a wide array of skills.
Well, I was at a conference in the fall, and I knew we were going to do the unified play, so I was looking at vendors and talking to them about different scripts that might be fun for this kind of a group, like a really big cast with lots of different abilities, and so they suggested this script. So I started way back in the fall, kind of visualized a little bit of like a talent show feel, make it a little more fun than what we did last year, and that's what we did. But then the drama class really came up with what all the talents were and how to utilize everybody the best.
At the beginning, the two groups of students got together to get to know each other and recognize each other's strengths to make this play the best it could be.
The thing about theater is bringing out what everybody is good at and showing that. So what we decided to do is get to know everybody. And the first day that we met as a group, we talked about what our special talents are, what our special talents and hobbies are. So we had, groups of people who were artists and singers and basketball players. And so knowing what those were, we just ran with them and made those into showcaseable talents.
The play told a story full of jokes and surprises of a school talent show put together as a fundraiser for a new student center. Freshman Isabella Cruel stole the show as she sang a rendition of Ellen John's Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The crowd reacted beautifully with lights that matched the candles held by the actors on stage.
Believe the very best. kind of like nerve-wracking, but like really exciting at the same time because I've never done that before, and so I had a lot of fun doing it. I was like really proud of myself because my family was crying at the night concert because they thought it was so good.
Overall, all people involved were very pleased about the final product of the play as it continued the pattern of inclusion and acceptance for ACP students here at Millard West.
I think it went really, really amazing. I mean, last year's play was more focused on like being more aware, and I feel like this play this year is more of like a celebration and like us coming together. And so I just can't wait for more people to see it because I think it's going really well.
It felt really fun to be in the play because I was with all my friends, of course, and just having a good time.
This has been Gabe Paredes and Katie Willard with the MWHS Wildcat News.
Friday, May 10th, Millard West hosted the annual Swing Night. Edison Geiler and Sydney Looney bring you this story.
On Friday, May 10th, the Millard West Jazz Band and Swing Orchestra hosted their annual Swing Night in Wildcat 1, a dance open to all students and adults. The night featured jazz music for guests to dance to, a food bar for snacks, and tables for conversation. Many students from other music groups such as show choir and concert band attended the event, many of which have gone for multiple years.
So I've been coming since I was in 6th grade because I played in the Beetle Middle School Jazz Band, and my brother's been coming since he was a freshman here, and it's just kind of a thing that we always come to, and this is the first year that I haven't actually played at it.
All the bands who performed at Swing Night had prepared for weeks. They practiced their songs both in large groups and in sectionals. Many performers also had solos during each song. Jazz solos are not ones you can rehearse, they are thought up on the spot during the performance. Senior Tyler Savoy has had a lot of experience with this.
Basically just memorize the chord structure of the song, and then you play the notes that would fit around those chords. And that's the simplest way I can put it.
The dance primarily served as one of the final fundraisers of the year for the music department. The money raised from this event goes to both jazz band and swing orchestra for transportation to competition, along with other expenses. This event also helps expose students to different types of music they don't normally hear.
I wanted to come for my senior year for like the last swing night dance, and I like to go because they have like a live band as opposed to like a DJ. So
in addition to jazz band and swing orchestra, the Beadle and Russell Middle School jazz bands came to perform for swing night guests. Many of the Millard West performers have previously played in the middle school bands and were excited to hear what they had prepared.
It brings back a lot of memories, but it also shows me like how much I've changed as a musician, and I know that I've definitely improved a lot through the program at Millard West, and it's just a cool experience to see where I came from. Many people look forward to attending this event next year as it is a fun night to experience different types of music. This has been Sydney Looney and Edison Geiler with the MWHS Wildcat News.
Millard South alumni Jocelyn is an up-and-coming artist from Omaha. Gabe Paredes, Bree Treader, and I bring you this story.
On February 6, 2019, the BMG Music Production announced their newest addition to their record music family, Jocelyn.
That's my name. My mom gave it to me because of her friend in high school that she really admired. It was her name, so she gave it to me. She thought it was a pretty name.
Jocelyn was born and raised in Omaha and even attended our own Q Street rivals, the Millard South Patriots.
I was friends with everyone. They called me the class clown. I think there was a lot of class clowns at Millard South. I was just one of them. No, great teachers. I have made awesome friends with the teachers there. And yeah, it's just a good school.
Jocelyn has had the opportunity to perform on Steve Harvey's TV show Showcase in the ever-so-coveted Apollo Theater.
So I went on the stage, I blacked out, and then I got off the stage, and I don't remember anything. The only thing I remember is watching the video back and like just looking at all the footage and being like, wow, like that just happened. This is crazy.
Connections have allowed her to work with artists such as Kobe Calais and even wrote music with Hootie and the Blowfish's Darius Rucker.
I've been on Undercover Boss with Darius Rucker and also Showtime at the Apollo, which we did mention. Cool thing about Undercover Boss was I ended up building a friendship out of that. So Darius Rucker is from Hootie and the Blowfish, something you won't remember, but the teachers who are watching this video, you will remember who Hootie and the Blowfish is, because that was back in your day. It wasn't in our day, so, but Hootie and the Blowfish, rock alternative rock band. I don't know what you'd call them. Yes, alternative rock. And then Darius Rucker went on to go do country because he loves country music so much.
Jocelyn's story began in the old market of downtown Omaha, where she spent most of her free time playing her music and passing out her business cards, leading her to a record deal.
Right now, the message that I'm trying to convey with the record that I have coming out is self-empowerment, self-awareness, self-love, and really just inspiring people to lift themselves up when they get down, because I understand that life is very hard for all of us, but what we want to do is be happy, and that's the goal in our life, is for everybody to be happy, and that's what this record lends itself to. I have a single out now, it's called Speak Up, so go listen to that. You can find me at Jocelyn Music 2015 on Facebook, Jocelyn Music on Twitter, Jocelyn Music on Instagram, jocelynmusic.com. Go check me out. I also have a Visco if anybody has a Visco or a Pinterest or what else? Venmo. If you want to Venmo me money.
This has been Brianna Treader, Cole Filer, and Gabe Paredes with the MWHS Wildcat News.
Craft axe throwing provides a relatively safe way to throw axes. Cody Bennett and Bailey Christensen go behind the scenes.
Hey, what's up, Wildcats? And today we're here at Craft Axe Throwing. We're going to throw some axes today. Located in downtown Omaha, Craft Axe Throwing opened January 11th of this year. Within the old-fashioned style building, people could come to throw axes with friends, paying by the hour, and a waiver must be filled out in order to participate. Safety precautions were taking place in order to create the best experience for the thrower. A white square indicated the foot placement with the thrower's dominant side foot back and their non-dominant side foot stepping to propel the axe forward. Yeah, so my overview of it would be mostly positive. I mean, the safety precautions with the staff, they were very helpful on the correct way to throw the axe so you or your partner doesn't get hurt. I mean, it's very meticulous and it's very well thought out with safety, definitely the number one thing in mind. We were placed on lane 10. Here we were instructed on the proper techniques of throwing and how to whip the axe. At first both of us failed miserably, but once getting in the hang of it, both of us were able to find the board.
Overall, it was an experience that I've never dealt with before. I was very timid and scared at first, as I don't usually throw things, but once I got into the groove of keep trying and attempting to hit the board with the axe, I started to enjoy it and want to do it more and tried to push Cody out of the way because he kept hogging the axes. But overall, great experience.
Games were provided with different rules. One of the games, 11, had the players race to see who can gain 11 points first. Overall, many extra games were supplied, which made the plays more than just axe throwing. An hour of throwing left us overly exhausted, yet the experience was one of a kind. This has been Cody Bennett and Bailey Christensen with the MWHS Wildcat News.
That's it for this week, Wildcats. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at MWHS Catalyst.
And for more stories, check out our website at MillardWestCatalyst.com. And before we go, I'd like to give a special shout out to my co-host, Miss Madeline Augustine, and the entirety of the Millard West girls varsity soccer team for winning the state championship against Marion. See you next time, Wildcats.